Graduation day. Just look at me. They got me out here wearing a dress, heels, makeup. Hope Mama's proud. She sure does like it, looking at me and squealing, like proud mamas do when their baby looks something, like she came from them. Her squeals bounce from every wall of this hotel lobby. Her screams shake from her fragile body exploding, like she's shocked by her own joy. Unsteady heels click against the tile toward the person she can say was the best thing she ever did. Here's the scene. I'm 17 and graduating from high school, and this weekend I learned to juggle. My father and his new wife are on their way to the home of the Chicago Doves, decked out like they're about to glide down the church's red carpet, him in his crispest suit, her bulging from a flowered dress. My baby brother dressed as Dad's mini identical twin, belted in the back seat of my father's golden Toyota Camry, is giddy knowing nothing about what day it is or how his big sister will survive it. After picking up her own mommy, keeping her seated somewhere, she can fidget from far from his side of the family. Mama fidgets in my passenger seat, more on edge than me, maybe because it's been like 5 years since we've seen each other, but here she is. Scoffs under her breath, thinking, just like her, this hoopty is proof of yet another thing I don't need. Shrugs away small thoughts, not knowing Dad demanded I save and buy my first Camry myself. Sits and tugs at her lopsided wig, pulls down the mirror, reapplies blood red lipstick, smudges some on her cheeks with her fingers. And I thank God knowing, without this, I may not recognize her. We pull into my high school's parking lot. For the last day I will ever have to smile at these people like I ever belonged here, for the 10 minutes it takes Mama and me to get to the stands along the football field, a place she has never seen. I imagine the sounds of our heels to be like a song where we are for once dancing together. Today, I'm not angry at her slurred speech. I'm not angry at her missing teeth. I'm not angry at her fuss. I'm not angry that she looks nothing like the last time I saw her, or that I don't know when the next time will be. For the 10 minutes it takes Mama and me to get to the stands along the football field, I'm just happy we're both here, alive. My name is Ada, but not really. It's what my father's side calls me when I was born. First. And on this day, I'm only 3 months from leaving this place behind. They tell me there's a big world out there, and they tell me there's so much I can do, and I know nothing but the city, but my father, but these schools where I've always been one of the few specks of dingy brown in a sea of perfect white. But I know the Bible, and I know how to do the right things. So hard could college really be? How hard could it be to, one, find a dress that both Mama and Dad will like? Two, make sure the dress was loose enough to hide all my heavy. Three, put on heels I could stand for more than 3 hours. Four, pick Mama up in my own car. Five, get Mama to my soon-to-be old school. Six, set Mama somewhere I could see her. Seven, run back and forth between Mama and Dad. Eight, smile for every camera. Nine, smile with Mama. 10, smile when Mama insists that she be the first, after it's over, to have dinner with me. Dad smiles for his final picture with me, loosening up the awkward grip tightly held on the outside of my right arm. His sharp signature cologne left to linger across my shoulders, a scent just as strong as the bass of the shifting tone of his voice. Proud of you, kid. You did good, he says, as if I were done my entire high school bid just now, all in one day. Thanks, Dad. I smile back, bashful. Warm under the way. He looks at me on the days I do right. Standing back, I look at the softness peeking through the thick folds of my father's face. Watch yet another attempt to pull his belted suit pants over the bottom of his round belly. Now at the end of a long day, under the football field with the beads of sweat faithfully dabbed across his widow's peak. by an old white cloth always tucked in the back pocket, basking in the praise of its job well done. After the pictures are done, caught back and forth on opposite sides of the crowded field, buzzing with families proud of children they don't really know, we pull into the driveway as the sky surrounding Dad's house is deepening toward black from gray. Mama glances toward his front door and back toward the road behind us, scared. I think to place a hand on her trembling shoulder, but settle for telling her, "It's okay, Mom." Tell her we'll be a minute. Tell her I just need to change. Tell her they're not home yet. But Dad's house is my house too. Mama looks back at me, wanting too much to see where I live, but too proud to admit she needs my permission, stares into the side of my face, hungry for any scrap I might drop for her to catch, reaches for my hand as I lift it just in time from the gear stick for her to miss, shifting my foot from the brake pedal, checking my phone for the time. I tell Mama we've got 30 minutes before my father and that woman come home. Some kids grew up coming home to the smell of mustard greens, special recipe mac and cheese, cornbread from scratch and cookies, bacon in the oven, to the sound of their mama screaming at somebody on the TV, getting on her nerves for the 10th time while she watches the same shows, announcing to the whole house that this will be the last trip over a child's raggedy school shoes, or telling them you better clean up that funky alleyway that you like to call your bedroom. Some kids grew up being asked about why their grades ain't better than that and fussing over homework they need to do. But my mama was different. My mama just wasn't really the type to keep tabs on me like that. Wasn't really my mama's style. I learned years ago when she started asking me my age. I'd look back at her and wonder, how could she forget when she had me? How could she push out a whole person and just forget? Mama and I both forget about the minute I turn the key, unlocking the front door to Dad's house. Suddenly, it's like we're surrounded by a museum of forbidden family. Knowing she can look but not touch, Mama's everywhere. Her feet take her wanting to see what we've been up to while she's away. The walls covered with me at every age that she struggles to remember. Mama getting lost in all the picture frames, my fancy life of birthday parties and school plays, my first real dance recital on a park stage, dressed in colorful West African cloth like the other girls. A buzz from my phone reminds me to get her upstairs so I can change my clothes. From upstairs, I hear Dad's car door slam, and I know they're home already. Mama's fidgets come back again, and I'm angry when just seconds ago her soft hands were gliding across my pictures, my clothes, my animals, stuffed with love, and a pillow with her picture stuck inside its plastic cover frame. Freshly painted red fingernails touching just about everything, happy to be in the room where her child sleeps, happy to be inside. And here she is now filled with fear, filled with how they will see her, a stranger squatting in her own daughter's bedroom.